And this is the Wirry Prison
but you know the point.
Social Impact Fund Allocations Committee. Warwick, you're here to guide us through this. Thank you very much, Warwick.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, councillors. This matter is really a procedural matter. The Board of Inquiry, which looked into the setting up of the men's prison at Wirry, made a number of recommendations. Those recommendations included a community impact forum which would look at some of the impacts on the community of the correction facilities in the area and make recommendations ultimately to a social impact funding allocation committee which would distribute funding in relation to the recommendations from the community impact forum. The membership of the Social Impact Funding Allocation Committee includes 2 members to be nominated by Auckland Council. Because it is such of local interest, in the previous term, a subcommittee of the equivalent of this committee in the previous term was set up, which had local boards appointed to it. And we're recommending that we go with the same process again this year, set up a subcommittee which has local boards appointed to it, a couple of councillors from the southern wards, which the meeting today will need to appoint, and then that subcommittee will decide on the 2 appointments to the Social Impact Fund Allocations Committee.
Thank you. Councillor Filipaina.
Thank you, Chair. Firstly, a question, and I just want to table the fact that I will be interested in being one of the councillors on this particular committee, Chair. Yeah. But Warwick, it's the word ad hoc is the question. What's the meaning of ad hoc subcommittee? To me, it just means a subcommittee that's just there for the sake of ticking the box. So that's the question.
A bit of jargon. It's a committee which isn't a standing committee. It's formed for the single purpose of making these nominations, and that's it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Single purpose is better.
So, Councillor and I.
Look, I'm totally like Alpha, I'd like to be on this as well, but the fact is,
and then go again.
A lot of work we've done with this by the communities out there, wanting to make sure they've been protected with having this prison out there. So this is a good move, and we should be supporting it. And
Thank you.
If possible, I'd like you on that.
Councillor Casey.
I'd like to move that Councillors Filipaina and I be the representatives on that ad hoc subcommittee. Is it up to 3? Is it 2?
No. Okay. Sorry, Councillor Filipaina.
I'm just saying that I think having the 2 ward councillors from the Manukau ward, one would be better, and then with Manurewa and the councillor for Manurewa may be the better fit.
Yeah, okay.
In regards to that, Chair.
I'm happy with the way it is.
No, on that basis, I'll withdraw.
Well, then, and I'll change my amendment to Councillor Filipaina and Councillor Penrose.
Okay, well, it sounds like it's you're on it, Councillor Penrose. So, is there any other speakers? Okay, it's moved by Councillor Casey.
Yep.
Oh, Mr. Wilcox, sorry.
Yeah, just need some clarification. Note that the Independent Mayoral Board has the right to make 2 additional appointments. So, are you asking that we do make the appointments, or are you just noting it?
Through you, Mr. Chair. The provision in the previous term on the subcommittee was for 1 appointment from the IMSB, but in fact the legislation allows the IMSB to make up to 2 appointments to committees that deal with the management and stewardship of natural and physical resources.
So I think that'll have to be an administrative decision by IMSB.
It's up to you.
I mean, I think it's not our prerogative to be making those decisions, Mr. Wilcox.
So then I'm taking it that, well, there's no need to note it. It's just to say.
Well, no, we're just noting it as a committee.
Okay.
Yeah.
and then you want us to go back and
Yeah,
make the appointments? Okay, thank you.
All right then, no other speakers? Okay, with that, who seconded it? Yep. Seconded by councillor Filipaina. Okay, I'll put the motion. Those in favour?
Aye.
Against, declare that carried. We now move to item 11.